my own lens is particularly focused on questions of distribution, and specifically understood as poverty and inequality of income and wealth. And so through that lens specifically, I'm concerned about the potential regressive effects of more machine learning driven decision making, for example, in credit markets, to the extent that it could result in increased price discrimination, less affordable borrowing by lower income, higher risk groups, and the inverse for higher income, lower risk groups, which could have regressive effects. And these regressive outcomes could sort of travel through multiple channels, and it could be due to, for example, the fact that you have more personalized products, you have more personalized pricing, it becomes harder for consumers to comparison shop. In these digital environments, it's much easier to sort of consumer, so to speak, and prevent them from searching and switching. And so you essentially, even if you have a market with many sellers, you have no real effective competition. And these kinds of effects are exacerbated when you have these very large companies like Google and Apple that are taking up more space. From another perspective, there's also, to sort of offer another angle on this, we have major kind of push, or we've seen a lot of developments in sort of pre-trained models, right? So sort of off the shelf, or like these machine learning libraries. We have to ask ourselves, who's training these models? Who's labeling the data? And is this being done in low rights jurisdictions where there are no protections for workers, or very limited ones? And so sort of, what people refer to as ethics dumping. And so these are just a few sort of concerns from a largely inequality-focused perspective. But as I say, where I started, how we evaluate the ethical risks of machine learning in financial services really depends on what framework you want to apply to begin with.